Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Today we're going to work on a little reel here that's got a clicker problem. At least that's what it says it is. It's a clicker problem, and I had the opportunity to go ahead and verify that. This is an Avet. It's a SXJ 5.3 to 1. The 5.3 to 1 is the gear ratio. The SXJ is the model number. And we've confirmed it's a lever drag reel. Click is down. It's a very weak click. Now, initially I thought that it was the click tongue, and I actually went and ordered that and replaced it, and yet it's still weak. So the only other piece in that click chain can be is the click ratchet that's on the spool. I went ahead and called Avet out in California, ordered the piece in part. It's just arrived, and we're going to show you a couple of things here. We're going to show you how to replace that clicker and get that going well. We're also going to show you the quick way to do this. So if you like these types of videos, if you like to learn a little trick along the way, if you like to learn about servicing the reels, how the reels are made, and more importantly, how you can keep your fishing reels running for a long time to come, then I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. If you do subscribe to my channel, please use that notification button. That will let you know when I'm posting. And, well, you can see if that's a reel that you want to work on or learn more about. This one is a smaller profile lever drag reel, typically used for bait casting. It's a beautiful casting reel. Oh, I got the clicker on. Can't pull that off, but it spins nice and easy. It's got plenty of ball bearings in it. It's a lever drag, so that's kind of one-stop shopping. You can modify or monitor that as you go along. It's an attractive case, and a lot of folks like these reels. So this one is fished with the drag on all of the time. It's fished from the boat, and well, that wears down pieces and parts. And as I mentioned initially, when I saw a clicker issue, I thought click tongue. It was terribly worn. We've replaced that and still got the same issue. And, well, as I mentioned, there's only one part left here in our click chain, and that has to be this, which is the click ratchet that goes and attaches to the spool. We're going to show you how to do that today. All right. If you're just working on that, you do not need to remove the handle, the gearing, the preset adjuster, anything. Just leave it alone. Just remove the 3 screws that are holding the side plate on. And like any time, if you find yourself taking pieces and parts off and you're unfamiliar with a reel, make sure that you look at the screws as they are coming out to be certain that they're all the same size. In this case, I know these are all the same size. I'm not worried about that terribly. If you're working on the reel, do not need to address the inner side here. Just take the 3 screws off and that whole assembly will come out. If you're working on the spool, again, you don't want to deal with the main gears or anything. Maybe you just want to go oil that. Then just remove the cap here. That will detach from the threaded spool axle, and that'll enable you to go ahead and service that reel. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to pull this off. You can see the threaded piece here. I'm just going to leave the rest of it on for now. You want to be careful as you turn this spool over, because you're going to find that there is a spring there that's most likely to come out. And we're going to push the spool axle through. Again, if you were servicing the reel, you would want to service the bearing by oiling that. That's going to fit inside here. You can see how that cap goes. And right now, what we're looking for is the access for that oval ring that sits in that groove. And the short end of it is over here. So use a pick or something else to get behind that and kind of lever it so that one piece of it comes up. That piece doesn't want to come up too easily. Let's try it from this side. And you may need multiple attempts, and you may need multiple tools. But you will get that up and out with a little bit of patience. Actually, you can probably grab it right here since part of it is just going to show up in here. There we go. And once you get it up, keep your finger, by all means, keep your finger over it so that it doesn't fly out. This is a very strong clip. And that clip can very easily fly away, never to be seen again. That's your clip. All right, we're going to remove this. And I can see, and I know that it was worn, you can see on the edges here, all of these ridges are worn. So you're only going to get faint click, click, as opposed to a much more pointed piece here. Now, I've previously serviced this, but for point of illustration, I can find my oiler. There we go. We're going to oil the bearing. We're going to bring the new one in. And they just sit in the 4 slots there. It appears that this has got a little bit of an issue here with the manufacturer of it. It looks like that one little piece there. All right, there we go. And then there's 2 ways to really do this. You can try and seat it in from the bottom and walk it around to both sides. That's generally the way I try to do it with a heavy-duty spring like this. If that doesn't work, you can work one end and kind of bring it around the other way. And I think that's probably what we'll do here. Okay, as I mentioned, get it started. I've just got it started in that one little side there. And just walk it around. At some point, it takes a lot of hand strength because it is a very strong spring. But with patience, maybe a little help from a screwdriver here for this last little piece. There you go, we're in. So now we have the new piece installed. If you didn't do that before with the oiling of the bearing, do that. You can also place some oil onto the ferrule that's going to go through the main assembly. Don't lose the bearing on the other side. You're going to poke it through. Again, if you didn't oil this previously, now is the time to go ahead and oil that. Next up is a spring. Now that spring is going to control the pressure plate. Okay, and then we can bring this right back where we were. Bring the pressure plate over. You'll notice that there's 2 gears in here. I choose when I do this to put the pinion gear onto the pressure plate, not into that cycle there. We can bring this through. And there's a little dog in the back here. You want to make sure that the dog is not engaged. Bring your free spool lever over. And get that. You want to get started on that one piece, but there's on this lever here, there is a nut on the back that needs to insert, so make sure you do that. We'll just get it started so that it can hold. Okay, pretty much in right now. Now notice where your post is, your through post. I just know that little string is going to get in my way. It always does. I don't know. It just seems to always want to get caught in the case. So I'll use a rubber band to hold that down. Line the points of your spool up with the case here. You need to turn your handle to do that. find it. Kind of eyeball it, but you will get it. There we go. We're in. Then you need to line the back of the case up. Bring the 3 screws in. Now, of course, if you were servicing the whole wheel, you would take this off. You would clean out that main gear back there, oil the bearings in the back, but that's already been done. I did that as part of the initial service here. And I have videos in my library on this reel if you want to see the full service. This one's more about a problem diagnosis. Don't jump to the obvious. I just learned that lesson. Because you'll think it's one thing and find out it may be both of the pieces. And that makes sense. That click tongue was so worn, I should have thought immediately that this would have been worn too. All right, first let's get this set up here. We want to make sure we're in free spool and that it spins nice and easy. Make sure that it connects on first strike, connects on max drag. When it's on max drag, make sure there's no slip. If there's slip, come on back to the neutral position, the free spool. Turn it a couple of turns, do the same thing. Notice the strike, come over to full, and now we've got a hold, so we're properly set. All right, let's go over to the click mechanism then, bring that in, and let's see if there's any difference there in the noise. Much louder. There you go. All right, so that's how you do it. That's how you replace a click ratchet that belongs on the back end of the spool. I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you've learned something about the architecture of the reel. Hope you've learned something about the easy way to take the side plate off if you just need to access the spool, either in terms of a normal maintenance for oiling or something like this where you need to replace the click ratchet. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, and everybody involved in public welfare and well-being. I want to thank everybody for watching this. I want to encourage you to subscribe, and I want to ask you to stay tuned, stay watching. As the episodes roll out, there's more to learn, and well, more that we all learn together. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day.